barely any algorithm involved in that. Okay, but when you learn machine learning, there are a lot of things that you have to focus on. You have to learn a language. Okay, so in our case, we will be learning Python. Okay, so you have to be good at Python, if not very good, at least you have to be comfortable with Python. Then you have to know basics and intermediate level statistics. We will talk about why statistics is important, but you have to know the statistics. And you have to know a little bit of mathematics, so concepts from linear algebra, concepts from calculus will be required. A lot of concepts from probability will be required. And finally you have to learn machine learning. Okay, so machine learning is a concept. You have to learn different algorithms that are used over the that has been developed over the past many years, and which has become uh, which are widely used now in businesses. Okay, so there are a lot of things which you have to learn. So because there are a lot of things which you have to learn, so it requires more effort. Okay, so it's not like learning a language that you can do in 10 days, 15 days, or a month. Okay, it will be a long term approach. So all of you will have to have the patience, will have to have the perseverance to continue learning. Okay, and not to give up. And for that, it is very important that you collaborate with each other, you keep each other motivated, discuss with each other. Of course you can discuss with me as well, but sometimes you might, like, again, me being the teacher and you being the students, there might be a slight discomfort in reaching out to me for anything. Of course you can reach out to me for anything, whatever silly doubts. There are no doubts are silly. Okay, no doubts are silly. It's good to sound silly for one day and get clarified than to be an idiot forever. Okay, so don't do that. Whatever silly doubts you have, whatever doubts you have, you ask me. Okay, or we have the WhatsApp group, make use of it. I will give all of you everybody else's email ID. Connect through email, collaborate with each other, keep each other motivated. Okay, so that you will all be learning together. Okay, so yeah, so that is how we will go about. Okay, so again, as I said, the three skills that we'll be needing is, the first is of course programming. Okay, programming is the first thing that we'll be learning. Then we have maths and stats here. We need to be good in some topics of maths and statistics. And of course we have the business knowledge. Okay, the domain knowledge. Now why is this important? This is important because in machine learning we try to solve business problems. Okay, we are not trying to do research here. The entire objective of machine learning, business analytics, at least for our case, is to solve a business problem. So we plan to get hired. We are not doing research, academic research here. Okay, we plan to get hired by the companies and start working as soon as possible. So our plan will be to solve a business problem. Okay, only if you can show, only if you can use past data or historical data and get some insights from that data which helps your business work better, or which adds value to your business, will you be a precious resource to your organization. Okay, so in that case business knowledge is very important. So for example, if you are working, so whatever experience you guys have currently will be beneficial here. So let's say some of you are working in retail domain, so you would already understand a lot of things about the retail domain, so that domain will be helpful here. Or if you are working in, let's say, even people who are working in, let's say, mechanical domain like aerospace or something, so if you are working in manufacturing domain, if you are working in aerospace domain, so that knowledge will also be very helpful. And no companies now are basically uh, oblivious to machine learning. Okay, all the companies, they have either set up their machine learning or data science teams, or they are in the process of setting up, or will in the near future set up. So there will be opportunity for every domain, whichever domain you are in. Okay, so don't ever think that no, I am in some domain where machine learning has no usage. No, that is wrong. Machine learning has its application in every domain. Okay, so in the US and even in some places in India, the even the police department is using machine learning. And I'm not talking about just of image recognition. Okay, I'm not talking about face recognition. Okay, that is different. Even the police is using machine learning for traditional cases, like predicting which where a crime will happen, or identifying hotspots where crime will happen. Okay, so your domain knowledge, whatever you have, will be very helpful for us. Okay, now coming to how the course will look like. Okay, so the course structure, let's talk about the course structure. Okay, and guys, if any of you are not comfortable in programming, don't worry, we will start from scratch. Okay, we'll start from scratch. So the first few days of the course, so this course is machine learning in Python. Okay, and I go by the name of the course, which is Zero to Hero. That will be my goal. So I assume that you guys are I'll start from the zero level. Okay, that is why this zero comes here. Okay, so I don't assume any prerequisites for my course. There is no prerequisites for taking this course. Any graduate can basically take this course, and if he works hard, he will be successful. Okay, so without any prerequisites, I start the course, and towards the end of the course, I'll make you proficient enough that you will be able to show up to 2 years experience in machine learning. Okay, in machine learning, you will be able to show up to 2 years experience. So if somebody has, let's say, 5 years experience, you can show up to 2 years in machine learning out of that 5 years. So that much confidence I will give you through this course, but of course you will have to work hard for that. Okay, I have a lot of terms and conditions which I will talk about now, but if you work hard, if you give the number of hours that I ask you, if you do all the assignments that I send you, if you do all the case studies that I send you, if you follow everything as per the class, and you don't lag behind the class, after towards the end of the course, you will be able to show up to 2 years experience in machine learning. That's what some of my students have shown, and they have gotten job. Okay, okay, so now coming to the course structure, the first thing, so the first few hours of the class will be only on Python. We will not start with any machine learning. We will just learn Python as a language. Okay, because of course we will do a lot of mathematics and a lot of machine learning in this course, but we won't do that on paper. We will do that using the computer. So we will need something to communicate with the computer, and that is Python here. Okay, so first 10 to 15 hours of the course will be only on programming. So only Python we will be learning as a language. Okay, and Python, by the way guys, Python is also used for development, for software development also we use Python, but the Python that we will be talking about is different, slightly different, not different, it's slightly different because this is Python for data science. So we have some additional libraries which developers do not use. So Python developers do not use some libraries which we'll be using here. Okay, so after the first 10-15 hours, you guys will be comfort. So 10-15 hours means we will spend close to 3 to 4 weeks. Almost 3 to 4 weeks we will spend on Python. So 3 to 4 weeks means almost a month. Okay, so almost 1 month we will be spending on Python. You will have lots of exercises, lots of homeworks and assignments on this. So you will be required to do those assignments, and I think 1 month is a good enough time to make you very comfortable in Python. Okay, so by the end of the first month of the course, you guys will become very comfortable in Python. Okay, and in this 1 month, or in this first 10 to 15 hours of the course, I will also, since if I only talk about coding, it will become a little boring, right? Because I'll be talking only about coding. So what I will do, I will introduce a little bit of statistics in between. Okay, so out of this first 10 to 15 hours, maybe 2 to 3 hours will be statistics, very basic statistics. Okay, 2 to 3 hours will be very basic statistics, which I will just introduce in the middle. Okay, just for a variety, to keep the class diverse, to add more variety to the class, I'll add 2 to 3 hours of statistics. So if you are having a 3 hour class, you can expect around 15 to half an hour of statistics in the 3 hour class. The remaining 2.5 hours will be Python, and maybe 15 to 30 minutes we will spend on statistics. Okay, so after this first month, when you are comfortable with programming language Python, then we will have 2 to 3 classes specifically on statistics. Okay, only on statistics. So 2 to 3 classes would mean close to 6 to 12 hours. Okay, 6 to 12 hours, 6 to 10 hours, I would say. 6 to 10 hours will be spending on statistics. Okay, so here we will see a lot of important statistical algorithms. Okay, a lot of important statistical algorithms we will see in these 6 to 10 hours. These will be slightly intermediate. Okay, these will not be as easy as we see here. Okay, so these 2 to 3 hours will be very basic. This probably most of you would have learned in your schools or colleges. You may not remember it well, but you would have learned this in your schools or colleges. Okay, this you may not have learned. This only this is taught in graduation level statistics. Okay, so that is what we will cover in the next 2 to 3 hours. Okay, so after we are done with this, then we will start with machine learning. So now, until now, you are comfortable with Python as a language. You are comfortable with the basic statistics that is required to understand machine learning. Then we will start with machine learning. So we will see the different types of machine learning techniques that are used. We will see the different algorithms which are used in the different techniques, and we will pick one technique at a time and we will go in details. Okay, so we will pick one technique, we will go into the depth of it, and towards the end we will have one assignment. So 1 or 2 assignments I'll be sending. So how it will go about is, Saturday Sunday we will have a class on one algorithm. Okay, Saturday Sunday we will have a class on an algorithm, let's say algorithm 1, and you will have 5 days time, right? So during the weekdays you will have 2 assignments to complete. So 2 assignments during the week. So 2 assignments you complete, that will be your hands-on portion. Okay, the assignments will be in the form of a case study. Okay, the assignments will be in the form of a case study. So each assignment is like a business problem that you are trying to solve. Okay, so you will have this, and I share the assignments on Monday. I share the assignments on Sunday or sometimes on Monday, and by Thursday or Friday I will share the solutions. I'll share the solutions to the assignment. So whatever you have done, you can compare and you can validate yourselves. See, because it is not possible for me to check everybody's assignment, right? Of course, it is not feasible that I check everybody's assignment. So right now it's 6 of you, but towards when we start the class, I'm sure we will have around 15. Okay, so most people join towards the end of the class. Okay, so by then we will have close to 15-20 students. So it's not possible for me to check everybody's assignment. So I'll share the solutions and you can verify yourself. Of course, if you have some specific doubt, I will check that. Okay, and then again next Saturday Sunday we will have a new algorithm, and the same process will repeat. A new algorithm, we will have case studies on that algorithm. So this is how it will go about. We will see around 6 to 8 algorithms, we will see total 6 to 8 most popularly used algorithms in the industry we'll be looking at. Okay, and after this, so this will go on for almost like 30 to 40 hours, 20 to 25 to 30 hours we will be spending in machine learning. The last 5 hours, last five hours we will do revision. Okay, we will do revision and we will do one final project we will do. Okay, one final project which I'm yet to select for you guys. So we will be doing one final project where you will apply all that you have learned into this project. Okay, whatever you have learned until now, or throughout the course, you will be applying on that project. Okay, and I will send the solutions for that project as well. Okay, so this is how it will proceed. Any questions, guys? Guys, any questions do you have? You have been listening patiently. Yes, Prashant, I will try to make the project. See, even the case studies which I give you, right? Even the case studies that I give you, you can add those also into your resume. Some of the case studies will sound very complicated, so you can add those case studies in your resume. Okay, and I'll help you build resumes also. So I will share many sample resumes with you, almost 10 to 15 sample resumes I will share with you of a variety of experience, of freshers, of people with 5 years experience, of people with 10 years experience. Okay, so I will share a variety of resumes with you, and you basically have to just copy different things from different resume and make sure that your resume looks perfect, and then you will send that resume to me and I will just review it. Okay, I'll review it and give my comments, and that is how you do the resume building class. Okay. Okay, so this is how things will proceed. Okay, now it will be over by June, and Tapan, so we start in April, May. Yes, I think it should finish by June end, definitely. It should finish by June end. Tapan, correct. Okay, so I usually give one break in between. I usually give one weekend break in between the class. So somewhere after we complete around 40 hours, I give a break. Okay, and then I start with the remaining 20. Why I do this is because, see, all the things will be new to you, so sometimes you would need a little time, a little bit of breather space for you to absorb the thing, or maybe for you to relax a little. Okay, so I usually give a break in between. One weekend off you will have. Okay, and that gives me also a break, right? I too will need a break for me to enjoy my weekend. So one weekend we will have a break. So somewhere in the middle of uh, May end, towards May end, or June beginning, we might take a break. Last week of May or first week of June, we might take a break. Okay, one weekend off. Okay, now here comes the very important part. Okay, so my expectations from you guys. Okay, so listen to this very carefully, guys. Okay, this is very important for your success. Okay, this is what I have observed uh, in my very first batches which I saw. So, and this is based on the feedback that I have received from my past students. On our language, yes, Prashant, I can provide that, but I would rather want you to focus on one language. Okay, focus on one language and go into the depth of it. See, this is what a lot of coaching centers do. Okay, coaching centers or training academies, what they will show you is we are teaching you so many things, and they will charge a premium for that. They will charge you close to 60,000 or 70,000 rupees. Okay, and they will teach you R, they will teach you Python, they might teach you SAS also. But honestly, to be very honest with you guys, it is not required at all. Only one language is required for you to get a job. Only one language. Okay, if you know two, of course it is good. If you know two, of course that's very well. But you have so many other things to prioritize, right? Instead of learning another language, you could learn another algorithm that will be more helpful to you rather than learning one more language. See, language is just used for you to apply an algorithm. So it is the algorithm which is more important, not the language. You can apply it in any language. Okay, it's like communicating. You can communicate in any language you want. The other person should understand, and the computer understands both R and Python. So why do you need specifically any one of them? Just pick any one and become a master of it. Okay. Okay, so that's what coaching centers do. They will teach you SAS, they will teach you Python, they will teach you R, they will teach you 30 hours of SAS, 30 hours of Python, 30 hours of R. And in the end, the student will be so confused that he will neither understand SAS, he will neither understand Python, he will neither understand R. Because imagine in 2 to 3 months, can you take all of this in 2 to 3 months time? So that's what the time coaching centers take. They will have 5 hours of class every weekend. Imagine 5 hours sitting in the class. After 2 hours your mind will be saturated, you will not understand anything. So the remaining 3 hours are going waste. Plus add 2 hours of traveling commuting time. If you are taking a classroom course, 2 hours of traveling time. So your 7 hours of the weekend wasted, and you hardly got 2 hours worthful. Okay, so don't fall into this trap, guys. Don't fall into the trap of the training academies teaching three languages simultaneously. They will add some more things. They will add Tableau, they will add Spark, they will add Hadoop, and I don't know what they will add. It is not required. Just pick any one and learn machine learning with it. Python machine learning or R machine learning. Okay, and that's what I teach, guys. I only teach this. So a lot of students tell me that I want to learn both. See, it is good for me. I will get twice the fees, but it will not help you. I honestly tell all the students, you learn any one of it, that is enough to get you a job. You don't have to learn two. See, later you can learn. See, let's say you have started learning machine learning now. After 7 months time, let's say you are very comfortable in machine learning now. You have spent close to 7 to 10 months time. You have learned all the algorithms and you are fair in them. You can apply those algorithms on actual data. Now you can move to another language. That okay, now let me explore another language. So I have learned Python. Now let me explore R. How good is R, and how things are different with R. Then you can do, but not at the beginning. At the beginning your goal is to understand the concepts, then you can move to another language. So even me, when I started my career in machine learning, I first learned R. I spent almost close to 1.5 years only doing machine learning in R. I did not use Python. Later I started learning Python because my company where I was working got a project and the client was specific that we want Python. So everybody was given 1 month time to learn Python and we learned it in 1 month. It's very easy. Okay. And even if in a company you see there is an opening of Python, let's say in a company there is an opening of machine learning in Python, they will still take people who know R. They will still take, because everybody knows that it's not possible for everybody to know both R and Python. So anyone, if people know, they will take you. Or if the opening is in R and machine learning, they will take a guy who knows Python also. So it's never that you should know both. Even if you know one of them but you know them well, companies will be willing to take you. They will never discriminate this. Okay, you will never find this. Okay, so don't worry about two languages. Just have a faith on me and just follow what I'm teaching. Okay, now coming to my expectations. Okay, my first expectation is do not miss a class. Okay guys, do not miss any class. Even if you are traveling, you can always attend the class using your mobile. Okay, we will just have 3 hours of class each day. So even if you are traveling, even if you are on a holiday, try to attend the class. Okay, and if you miss, in case let's say if it's unavoidable, you have some urgent work, if you miss, make sure you watch the recordings immediately. Okay, make sure you watch the recordings ASAP. Okay, don't think that you have 5 days time, I will watch the recordings on Wednesday, right? You might think that okay, I missed the class on Sunday, I'll watch the recordings on maybe Tuesday or Wednesday. Don't do that. Watch the recordings immediately on Monday. Don't delay it to Tuesday or Wednesday. See, Monday you will watch the recordings, then you will start the assignments by Tuesday, Wednesday, and by the again you might have to go back and watch the recordings again to understand the concepts. Okay, so only once if you watch it might not be clear, so you will go back and watch the recording. So you need these 5 days. These 5 days is very important. Okay, so if you miss a class on Saturday or Sunday, watch the recordings by Monday. Okay, don't delay it to Tuesday or Wednesday. Okay, don't do that. So initially it will be easy while we are covering Python. The first few weeks, the first 2 to 3 weeks will be easy. Okay, you will not have a very tough assignment or very hectic schedule. But once the machine learning starts, then you cannot do this. You cannot afford to delay your progress. Okay, so that is where you will have to be very cautious with your time. You will have to make good use of your time. Okay, so that is your first requirement. The second requirement is the number of hours that I expect from each one of you. Okay, so the minimum number of hours I expect from each one of you is 8 to 15 hours. Okay, depending upon your speed of understanding something or your speed of learning. So you will have to give minimum 8 to 15 hours every week. Okay, this is weekly, not daily, of course. So I think this is not asking for a lot. 8 hours weekly means 2 hours daily. This is apart from the classes. Okay, guys, this is outside of the classes. So 2 hours on a daily basis, I think, is not a lot. So Monday to Friday you can give 2 hours, and even if you take a break, let's say Wednesday you don't give, or you have too much work in office, you went for a family function or whatever, so then still you can easily give 8 hours. See, the more you give, the more you learn. The more time you spend, the more quicker you learn, the quicker you learn. Okay, so it's entirely up to you. So this is the next, the third one, which is again the most important, I would say. So I will write it in red, is you have to stay with the class. You have to stay with the class, not behind it. Okay, this is very important. This will be very important for your success. Okay, what do I mean by this? I mean that if I cover, let's say, a concept called A on week 1, if I cover a concept A in week 1, and let's say week 2 I start a concept B. Now let's say you were a little slow in week 1. Okay, so you did not learn concept A very well. Now when I start concept B, of course whatever I teach in week A will be important to understand B. Okay, whatever I cover in week A will be important to understand B. Now let's say I have given 2 assignments in week A. Okay, I have given assignment 1 and I have given assignment 2. Assignment 1 you have completed. Okay, so while you completed assignment 1, it was already a weekend and topic B started the next weekend. Okay, your assignment 2 you are yet to complete. Don't start assignment 2 in this week. Week 2 is exclusively for topic B. You should not do anything from the previous week in week 2. This has to be devoted entirely for week B. Okay, so what I mean is that you should not be behind the class. Whatever is being covered currently in the class, you should be learning that only, not anything else. So give yourself a deadline that I have 5 days time to understand concept A. Okay, you have 5 days time. Monday to Friday, you have 5 days time to understand concept A, to finish all the assignments. If you are not able to finish the assignments, move on. Don't don't be lagged behind with this assignment. Okay, you just move on, skip this assignment, it's okay. Once the course completes, you can always come back and do it. Okay, skip this assignment and move on. So here you will have B1 and B2 as assignment. Don't go back and start doing A2. You start with B1, start with B2. Similarly for week 3 onwards. Okay, this is very important because you need to stay with the class. See, if you start doing assignment 2, let's say in week 2 you are doing assignment 2, what will happen is this will take away some of your learning time from week 2, and you might not understand week B well. Okay, so what will happen, this will overflow in the third week also. Again, in the third week you will be spending learning things of the previous week, and at some point it will become too much. At some point it will become so that week 5 you will have no idea of week 5 because you were busy doing week 4. So you have no idea of week 5. Now week 5 was important to understand week 6, but you have no idea of week 5, so you will not understand week 6, you will not understand week 7, you will not understand week 8, and so on. So the last few weeks will be totally waste for you. So you will have to only watch the recordings and understand. So you have already fallen behind the class. So the last few weeks will become a total waste. Okay, so this is what a lot of students tell me. So after I interact with the students, this is what they tell me, that this is the problem that they did, this is the mistake they did. So I'm highlighting this to you directly at the first day. Don't make this mistake. Give yourself a deadline that you have 5 days to understand this concept. Spend as much time as you can in these 5 days to understand topic A. But once week 2 starts, when we start with topic B, don't go back and understand and do assignments or topic. You might go for a few hours. Let's say you have some small doubt, so go back, quickly refer to that doubt and come back. Okay, but don't entirely go and start doing the previous week's topic. Okay, so stay with the class, not behind it. This is very important. Okay guys, was that clear? So I'm emphasizing on this a lot. Okay, because this is very important. Okay, again now a few tips I will give you. First is get Python installed on your office laptops. Okay. Okay, so Python is open source. I will show you how it is installed. So if you are allowed to download in office laptops, do that, office laptop or desktop, or you raise a IT request at your office and get it installed. No company will not allow you to install Python. Okay, I think all the companies allow for Python to be installed. Even if it is not a project requirement, you can say that I want to learn, and all the companies, if and any good company will allow you to learn tools like Python or R, because this is so much relevant in today's days. Okay, and start to optimize your time. Use your time well. Okay, guys. So time is precious. So use your time well. Try to find 1 hour or a couple of hours in our office. If you don't have a very hectic schedule at office, try to find a couple of hours in office and try to work on Python during your office hours also. Okay. And of course, once you are home, you should devote as much time as possible. But during the office also, try to devote a few hours. So that is like bonus hours for you. So remember those 8 to 15 hours. If you can devote, let's say, 1 hour daily in office, your 4 hours is already covered. All you have to do is spend additional 4 hours at home. Okay, so you don't have to sacrifice your friend or family time also. So make good use of your time. In fact, guys, I prepared one document for you also. This is entirely for, so this has all the tips in case I forget. So I have everything mentioned here. Okay, so what I expect from you guys. So I will be sending this out to you guys. Make sure you read this, and you are thorough with all the points. Okay, this is very important for the success of this course. So what I suggest is just take a printout of this and keep it in your cubicle at office, or keep it at your table where you study at home. Okay, and read this uh, whenever you're not motivated enough, or whenever you feel low. Just read this. This will help you keep yourself up, and keep this will keep you motivated. Okay, this has a few tips which will help you. Okay, yes guys, so let us, how many of you have Python installed already on your systems? Okay, Tapan has it, Pranay has it. Uh, okay, no problem, I'll show you how it is installed. Version 2.7, let us use version 2.7, not 3.5. Okay, you can use 3.5 also if you want, guys, but I use 2.7. 3.5 is a little different from 2.7, so a few places we will have to basically figure out what is the updated code for 3.5. But if you use 2.7, I think that will be good. Okay, you can use 3.5 also, no issues at all. Okay, it is very similar. Okay, so before I show you how to download Python and install it, let us have an introduction. Okay, let us have a quick introduction. So let me introduce myself first. Okay, guys, I will not record this portion because many of you would not want to uh, have your identity disclosed to the recording, because this recording will be available forever, right? So I guess I too disabled the recording when I was giving my introduction. So I will do this for you guys also, so that your identity is not disclosed. So all of us can be anonymous basically. So we will only be known to our group and not to outside this. Okay, and one where you will have datasets from different domains. So whichever domain you are into, you can select dataset from that domain. You can do some work on that and add that in your resume. Okay. Okay, so guys, what was I talking about? Okay, so I was talking about IDE. Okay, so IDE means a development environment, integrated development environment. That is where you write your codes. Okay, so for example, you have R Studio for R, you have Eclipse for Java. Okay, Similarly, we have three IDEs which are very popularly used for Python. Okay, three IDEs. One of them is Jupyter. This is what we'll be using. The other one is Spider. Okay, you can use this. You can use anyone if you, whichever you wish. You can use. I'll be using Jupyter because I like this. The codes is the same. Okay, codes everywhere is the same. These are just writing platforms. So you, for example, you can write in Word, you can write in Excel, you can write in Notepad. So these are like that. Okay, each have their specific extra features, but the code remains the same. Okay, and you have PyCharm. Okay, all of them are very widely used. So I'll show you how to download each one of them. So you just have to, what you have to download is something called Anaconda, after the big snake. Okay, so Anaconda will have all of these, all three of these you will have. Anaconda will have. So all you have to do is download Anaconda. So we'll just go to Google and we will write download Anaconda. Okay, so we will open the first link. Okay, and we will click here, download Anaconda free. So this will take you to the home page, or you can directly use this URL also. Yes, the recording is on, Tapan. You can use this URL also that I have pinged you right now. You can ask me any time this, okay? Or people who have downloaded can help the others if any place somebody is stuck. So this is the Anaconda distribution. So you go here, you have these two versions, right? So I would suggest you download this version. Okay, version 2.7. You are free to download this also, but I will be using this version. Okay, and it doesn't matter, the codes are almost the same. Slight changes are there, very slight changes are there in the code, so that won't be a problem, but I'll be using version 2.7. Okay, so this is what you will have to download. Okay guys, so depending on your system, if you have a 32-bit system, you download, you click on the second link. If you have a 64-bit system, you click the first link. So I think most of you would have 64-bit system if your laptops are new. Okay, so the recent laptops are mostly 64-bit. Okay, so that's it. You just click here and the download will start. I won't click there because I already have this downloaded. Okay, so once you have that downloaded, what you will do is you will go to your search and write. Okay, I don't have that navigator. Oh, Navigator. Okay, so once you download this, now the rest procedure is a little different because I downloaded Python long ago. So there the process was different. So after you download and install that, you go to your search. Okay, go to your start menu and click on search and click on navigator. You will find something called Anaconda Navigator. Okay, you click on that, you will have a page open. Okay, you will have an Anaconda page open. There you will see different icons like this. So one will be for Jupyter, one will be for Spider, and so on. You just click on that Jupyter. Okay, it will launch. You just click on that Jupyter and it will launch. Okay, so this icon that you see at the bottom of my screen, this item is for Spider. This item that you see here, this is the icon for Spider. Okay, I sometimes use this, but I mostly use Jupyter. Okay, so how will you open Jupyter? You just click on this Jupyter icon and you will have Jupyter is like a web page. Okay, it is like a web page. It will open something like this. So I'll show you. Or the other option to open Jupyter is go to your command prompt. Okay, this is the command prompt. I'll go to my command prompt and I will write Jupyter notebook. Okay, I write Jupyter space notebook, case sensitive. Okay, all are in small, so you'll have to make sure everything is in small. You write Jupyter notebook and it will take some time. A new web page will open, and that is where you write all your codes. Okay guys, are you following? So I'll show you once that page opens. That takes some time. Okay. Now before that opens, let us discuss the class timings. Okay. So I want to discuss the class timings. Again, I'll tell you my schedule. Okay. My schedule is very hectic. You will be surprised to know my schedule. So I am busier on my weekends than on my weekdays. Okay. So see, this is the web page that has opened. So this is your Jupyter notebook. So once you get this notebook, you will see, so it is yet to open actually. So by default, this notebook will be connected to some folder on your desktop, okay, on your system. By default, this will be connected to some folder on your system. Now let's say you want to save the Python file at some particular location. At some particular location you want to save this file. You just go to that location. Whichever location you want to save your Python file, you go to that location. So let's say I want to save my file on let's say I want to save it in the folder, let's say pictures. I want to save my file, my Python file in the folder pictures. That is why I went to pictures. Okay. Now what I will do is I will click on new here. So watch on the right hand side, guys. I'll click on new here and new Python root. Okay. If you install version 3, you will see Python 3 here. Or if you install version 2, you might see Python 2 also instead of Python root. Okay. Just click on that Python root and you will have a new web page open. Okay, a new web page will open for you. It will look something like this. Now this is where you write all your codes. Okay, this is where you will write all your codes. So for example, see, I'll write here 1 plus 1. And how do I run this? You see these buttons here? These buttons are used to run codes. So for example, this run button, I just click on run and I will get the answer for it. Okay, it will take some time. See, I got 2 here. Okay, 1 plus 1, 2. So whatever I want, I can write here. So let's say I will write print I will write this, I'll run this, it will print me welcome to Zero to Hero. Okay, so this is where I will write all my codes. Okay, now how do we save this file? You click on this save button. Okay, you click on the save button, it will save the file. All Jupyter files will be saved with an extension of ipynb. Okay, so the extension will be .ipynb. This is the extension of all Jupyter files. Okay, so whatever name of the file you give, .ipynb. Okay, so you click here, it will, so this is right now, this is the name of the file. You see untitled is the name of the file. If you want, you can give any other name. So you can write my first file or whatever. Okay, and you also have the option to save the file as a let's say HTML file. So you can save the file as a HTML also. Just go to file, download as HTML. Okay, let's say you want to send your codes to somebody who doesn't have Python installed. So how will you send your codes to somebody who doesn't have Python? You will save it as a HTML. HTML anybody can open. It just needs any internet browser to open HTML file. Okay, so or you can save it as a .py file. So .py file is the extension of a Spider Python file. The code is the same, but if you write your codes in Spider, there the extension will be .py. So you can save your Jupyter file as .py also. So no matter which platform do you use Jupyter, you use Spider, or you use PyCharm, you can read each other's file at any time. Okay, it won't be an issue. So if you create a Spider file, you can read it in Jupyter and vice versa. Okay, you can save it as a PDF also. You can send it to somebody as a PDF. PDF everybody has on their system, so they can read the code still. Okay, so this is how your Python files will look like. Okay guys, this is the interface. So all of you can have Python installed on your system. Okay, so try to install. If you're not able to, we can discuss in the WhatsApp group if you're not able to install. Okay, now let us discuss about the class timings.